South Kennels here, with my boy T Mac, my kennel partner. We just been discussing these blue dogs. Let you hear his input, and for the just hound talk, man.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's happening? Okay. So, what you want to talk about? You said the blue dog?
Yeah, how you think the blue dog came to be?
I mean, through my history, you know what I'm saying, what I've learned, back then when they were trying to create basically like the perfect specimen for a dog, they took a lot of, they crossed out a bunch of different dogs. So when it comes to the pit bull, they took the bulldog and they crossed it with several different terriers. So, they had the bull terrier, they had, English terrier, they had a bunch of different terriers. But, a dog that don't exist no more that they had, which was called a blue paw terrier. So, I mean, it's not far-fetched that, somebody crossed the blue paw terrier with a bulldog and, they started getting, little pit bulls and stuff then. But, I think that, the American pit bull came down through the line of the bull terrier. That's why you see whites and browns and blacks and stuff like that, crossing the same thing through bulldog. Yeah, and brundles like through bulldog. But, throughout history, man, just to be real, like I said, the blue dog, I don't consider those American pit bull terriers. I think they belong under the bully line, you know what I'm saying? They come down through a bulldog just like pit bulls do. So I think that, but it's a different strain. So I look at it as, they're not, pit bulls. I wouldn't call them blue pit bulls. I would just call them blue bullies or whatever they call them, I just wouldn't call them pit bulls. They didn't come down the same way because, because, me personally, what I'm saying, I watched how, from me dealing with, like I said, I've been dealing with pit bulls since I was 14 years old. I'm 39 now. And like I've iterated, between me and you before, I haven't seen, I didn't start seeing blue pit bulls until like after 2000. So before 2000, I'd never seen a blue pit bull.
Yeah, I ain't seen none of them
what they're calling pit bulls. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, like me and you, we've been kennel partners for years. So we've been breeding, predominantly black dogs. Yeah. And everybody say it's a recessive gene or something that's in the black trait. Me and you been breeding dogs for years. Ain't nothing came out blue. A lot of the kennels who, deal with, alligator dogs, a lot of their dogs are predominantly black. I haven't never heard of them coming out with no blues. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I haven't never, I don't believe they came down through the same line as,
the American pit bull
purebred, pure American pit bull terriers. I don't think they came down that way. I think they might have had some of the same structuring, which means, bulldog to a terrier type stuff, but I don't think they came down the same bulldog to the same terrier. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think so, it's a difference in there. Like the UKC, they have the more of the show dog. Like I don't agree with them saying that's an American pit bull terrier. Like I be on Hoobly, and looking at different dogs. I just love hounds, and you put in American pit bull terrier and it's gonna pull up a broad range of things, and a lot of them just be bullies. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the people are really not getting what they're supposed to be getting. But a lot of people want this scatterbred, don't know who the parents is, don't know the lineage of the dog. They just want a good dog. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that also, but that's more of like the pound puppies to me, Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, cause we done had a lot of debates and stuff like, I've been on different forums and stuff online, and like a lot of people like to talk about pedigree, And pedigree means a lot when it comes to dogs because that way you can understand where your dog's traits come from, where his characteristics and stuff come from. They're good, but like a lot of people like to say, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, that people be, you know, puppy peddling, and people do. A lot of people do. A lot of people go buy some high dollar dogs just to breed them, and, you know, because they know I got papers, I can make this money. And people forget that the real reason why people buy those dogs are because they are working dogs. And a lot of people got dogs just for the blood, and it stopped working. You know, it hasn't been working.
It's been domesticated.
You got some dogs that, you know, have great blood, have great pedigree, but they haven't been worked in generations. So you cannot call those working dogs anymore because you have domesticated these dogs and you don't know what they're about. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. I mean, the whole purpose of pit bulls were for performance. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like you know, like I told you several times. You know, I done been in the woods hunting with mine several times. You know, we done caught a few hogs. You know, we done caught. You know, we done been in there. You know, we done been down in the trenches. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you can't sit here and say you have a true thoroughbred American pit bull terrier that's working when they haven't worked for generations in your lineage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, since you had them. Like, you have people who got dogs and granddaddies and all that stuff, and then they haven't done nothing. So.
Yeah, dogs ain't never did no type of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
So, you know what I'm saying? You can't, I mean, I understand, you know, you want to sell puppies and everything like that, but when you come to a real dog man and he's looking for some performance, I don't think you should sell your puppies to him for $2,000 or $3,000 based on, you know what I'm saying, what this your dog's great granddaddy did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, what is your dog doing? What is to daddy to your dog that you had? What is he doing? What is he performing? What is he producing? What is he doing?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? My whole thing is, you know, everybody is different. You know, like I say, that's my opinion. I can't say that it's fact, but that's my opinion. Because if I get a dog from somebody, and I know I'm a hunter, I like to go in the woods. I know I like to hunt. You know what I'm saying? I do this shit. If I take this dog off your dog, and, you know, let's just say he turned out to be a 60, 70-pound dog. I put him on his flat suit, and we out in the woods, and he ready, you know, and he ain't doing that. He running off somewhere else in the woods. He's not engaging. Now, I think that me personally, I'm gonna come back to you like, hey, I want my money back. This is not what I paid for. Okay. You know, you know what I'm saying? You got the lines that I like that I've used before, but you know, your dog is more domesticated. He just wants to sit here and hang with me at the truck.
Okay.
You know
what about this then? What's your size on what an American Pit Bull Terrier should be, male and female? Because 60, 70 is too big for me.
Okay. Now I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you the truth. Now, a true Pit Bull Terrier, honest and truthfully, I mean, this is me. This is how I feel. All right. I think they should range from somewhere in the 20s to maybe somewhere 60 and below.
60?
You might, you know, just depending on,
you know, chain weight 60.
Yeah, chain weight 60. Yeah, chain weight about 60. Maybe 65 at the most.
Man.
At the most. I'm talking about, when I say at the most, I'm talking absolute most. But I'm talking about real pure whole fat. You know what I'm saying? A big bone.
Like, don't do nothing but feed this motherfucker. No walking, no nothing.
Yeah, exactly. No walking, no nothing. You just been feeding him. He hog fat on the chain, ain't did nothing. You know, 65 probably like the maximum. So, I mean, anything that's over 65 is definitely not a pit bull anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely not.
Okay, I think jump back to the blue dog had thought. Okay, say this man had this yard, right? And he's isolated, and he has wherever you want to say the blue dog came from, the Staffordshire, you know, wherever you want to say it came from, and he bred his American Pit Bull Terrier to that. Because people do experiment. So while he bred his American Pit Bull Terrier to that, they have puppies, and one of the puppies or a few of the puppies come out blue. Okay. They're blue, but they show the traits of an American Pit Bull Terrier. You know what I'm saying? As in the gameness that you want to see. So he perfects his craft with that blue dog in those woods and say he does it about 10 years and he keeps that blue coat, you know what I'm saying? Would you,
Okay.
when he breeds to other things, that blue coat is going to keep going, but them genetics are going to keep going also, as in
True.
him being a good dog. So, but way back when, that's when the blue came in. He's still unpure to me. Even though he has a statue and he looks like it and he's confident, I guess you can call them blue game dogs, but they're not American Pit Bull Terrier.
Yeah, they're not there. They're not that. I mean, that's why they got band dogs for people who do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They're called band dogs. I mean, that's people who are basically taking other dogs, mixing them together for performance.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with people doing that. I mean, if that's what you want to do, do it. But don't sit here and call that an American Pit Bull Terrier because it's not that. I mean, that's like, you know, like you see people now, don't get me wrong, like you got like the Hulk dog. The Hulk is he's an awesome specimen. And, you know, people talk about, you know, it's a double XL pit bull. There is no such thing as no damn double XL pit bull. If they wasn't around in the 50s and the 60s, you know what I'm saying, when pit bulls actually was, you know,
Yeah.
really, they going, yeah, it don't exist, man. It don't exist. I mean, what people hate for me to say it, those are masters.
They're designer dogs. Like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's exactly what they are. They're designer dog. And, you know, with designer dogs, you just cannot. I mean, they're not pit bulls. You know, they're not American pit bull terriers. So, you know, I mean, I appreciate. You know, I can respect. You know what they're here for, but performance ain't it.
Okay, I was watching. You ever watch? It's a dude named, I think his name Robert Lee, but he got band dogs. They say he been doing the band dogs for the longest.
The dude that's been crossing the stuff like between like I think he been using like pressers and pit bulls and stuff like that.
I don't know how he started, but his dogs have a unique look. He docks their tail.
Oh, okay.
His dog have a unique look. I'm sending you the link to him. He pretty straight now. I mean, he really do like the chemistry aspect to it and all of that. But he just posted the other day, game bred band dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was watching this one dude, and what he's doing is, well, you know, like I said, I can't tell people what they should do or shouldn't do, but what he was doing is he's crossing, he's crossing the Dogo Argentina with the Cane Corso, and then he took the Cane Corso and crossed it out with I want to say it's an American Pit Bull Terrier, but I know he ended up crossing into an American Pit Bull Terrier between there, and he ended up taking that to a Mastiff. So it's like his cross was to create this big monster and then try to create his own performance dog by going back to the American Pit Bull Terrier. So, you know, that was his strand or whatever. And he's not even calling his nothing. He's calling them performance animals. He's not calling them, you know, pit bulls because he knows they're not. But when you look at them, his dogs have, just like how you see Hulk with that big old bulky frame.
Yeah.
They like the same bone structure like those, but they're really not that bulky. They don't have all that fat and mass.
They more cut up.
Really,
You're breaking up, T Mac. Yeah. Technical difficulties look like. KP probably come back in. But yeah. Back to the Blue Dogs. I'm sure he's gonna call me back here. I like all dogs. I like all hounds, from golden retrievers to Dachshunds. I mean, I like everything, man. Whatever you show me, I pretty much like. But the Blue Dog is not an American Pit Bull Terrier, and just like the American Pit Bull Terrier doesn't come in blue. I mean, it's just really that simple. But I understand how people like different dogs and this and that, this and that. I have nothing against it. I have nothing against it because I like all dogs myself, like I said. But yeah, over here at Mouth of the South Kennels, we don't specialize in anything blue. It's more of the original bloodlines. Like I said, we had Saint Snardo female directly off of him named Susie, and we bred Susie back to her dad, and that's how we got Africa, MHK Africa, and we got her sons. And man, it's been going down. I'm talking about great hounds, great hounds. Every litter isn't supposed to be great. Just want to end by saying thank you to all our viewers and our subscribers. Y'all make our channel. Um, we're gonna keep putting out good content. I hope you guys keep watching. This is just part one. Part two coming up. We have a father-daughter litter coming up too. I'm gonna have some pictures and videos of that. I've been did the paper video, and we had did it, but the sound quality wasn't right. So I'm doing that over currently. And like I said, thank you.